Today we're talking about reading the RFP. And an RFP may be called by many different names. It may be called a request for proposals, a program announcement, a broad agency announcement. These are all basically the same thing, a number of names for the same thing. These are the guidelines specific to a proposal that will govern your submission. Sponsors use these to tell us the key elements of an application for funding. That sponsor could be federal, local, nonprofit, etc. But regardless of that sponsor type, we're looking for some document like this. It's different than an FAQ, but if posted, those are often helpful as well in preparing a proposal. So what do we look for in an RFP? The RFP should tell you the due dates or a closing date for the funding opportunity. Please give your OSP specialist 4 days to review your submission before this due date. The RFP should provide eligibility requirements. Look for requirements pertaining to the university, as well as what requirements might say that you as PI are or are not eligible for this specific opportunity. The RFP will tell you if there is a letter of intent or a pre-proposal required and when that would be due. It should tell you if this is a limited submission opportunity. Sometimes our institution or a PI is limited to only a certain number, maybe one, maybe 2 proposals, and that number should be provided and it should be listed as a limited submission RFP. The RFP will tell you if cost share is required. It'll tell you the award amount and the duration for your project. These are both going to be necessary when preparing a project budget and thinking about your research proposal. The RFP should talk about the kind of award mechanism. Is this going to be a grant? Is this going to be a cooperative agreement? And that's important information for your OSP specialist to consider when reviewing. The RFP will give you formatting requirements, page limitations. So be sure to look for these. And then, of course, it'll talk about the required proposal elements and what needs to be included in a complete proposal. The Office of Research also has a number of checklists that we can provide for your proposal type. So again, discuss this with your OSP specialist. And then you want to look at the review criteria in the RFP. These are the answers to the test. You want to write directly to them. Contact information should be provided at the very end of an RFP for program officials, sometimes even agency tech support. And the RFP should describe the submission procedures. If applications are accepted online, what portal will be used by the sponsor? It'll tell you, do you need an account? Does the university need an account to submit to this RFP? So we want to consider responsiveness to the RFP in your proposal. The funding agency will generally highlight areas of scientific interest in the funding opportunity description. In the RFP, the agency may even cite explicit non-responsive criteria. Again, this is what you want to make notes about. This is what you want to highlight in the RFP and write directly to. So make sure you read the full description section carefully, because applications that are deemed non-responsive to an RFP can be withdrawn from the agency without review. And if you're worried at all about that, you can contact a program official to discuss before your submission. Again, somewhere in the RFP, there should be contact information for that. Or you could look at a previously funded awarded section in the RFP. See if you can find prior awards and abstracts. Now, if you have more questions after reading the RFP, look for a frequently asked questions where the RFP was posted. Browse the template proposal library on the OSP webpage. This requires a secure UTD login. We don't share these with the whole world, just UT Dallas personnel. If you have questions, you can look for previously awarded proposals through a site like NIH Reporter. And of course, if you've done all that and read the RFP and still have questions, please ask your OSP specialist. We are here for you, so let us know what you're working on. Thank you.